Hello everyone, thank you for joining today's video. In this video we will be talking about lending and lending fintechs, that too from an Indian perspective, right? So lending, as you all know, is one of the most important tasks when it comes to banking, right? Where different set of users, different set of customers require, they have their different lending loan requirement needs, and how the market, that is the bank, financial institutions, NBFCs, and other players in the market can fulfill those requirements in terms of providing the customized sort of solution that different customer profiles, basis the demographics, have been looking for. So let's deep down a bit of how lending fintechs are working in Indian space. So just to start with an introduction, right? So COVID-19. So with COVID-19, so the demand for credit has sharply fallen, right? Because of the continued lockdowns and one after the other, the demand has constantly been decreasing, right? And banks, because banks were very much looking forward to only provide credit services to the credit worthy customers, because there were very high chances of the loan amount going NPA. The people are not unable to repay the loan amount because of unemployment issue, because they lost their jobs, and other economical issues that has arrived because of the lockdowns, right? But so that created a very big gap in the ecosystem, right? And it basically it allowed a lot of fintech firms to serve this underserved population. So it is not the case that this gap was not there before COVID-19 strikes, but only part was that this gap has actually been showcased, and rather it has been put forth in general public, in terms of the kind of desperation that the market has when it comes to have the required amount of credit in such sort of dire circumstances, and who is going to fill those gaps is something that was very critical. Now, what these fintech companies were doing is they were actually gathering a lot of data from the nooks and corners of this country, and basis which they were creating the customer profile, they were creating the credit worthiness of different customer sets, not just in metro city, urban city, but also from rural and semi-urban areas, right? And that has given them a leverage in terms of reaching out to last mile and having their customer profile ready. Now, there are some very highly innovative, innovative, transformative startups, fintechs who are working in this area, right? From fintech lending perspective. So I'll just try to I have just tried to collate a list of what all fintechs that are working very good in terms of providing such sort of services, and we'll try to take you through these fintechs one by one. So the very first one is Lending Card, right? So Lending Card, it has been founded in 2014, right? With the idea that it aims at providing the working capital loans to businesses. Basically, these are small businesses, MSME businesses, where the capital requirement was typically from 50K to 1 crore, right? So that is something. These are the medium ticket size loans, which after doing the proper amount of checks and balances, lending card would be able to provide, and they are doing pretty good in terms of numbers on the volumes, and is a very prominent upcoming startup in this particular space. Another startup, another fintech rather, I would say, is Credit B. Credit B is also focusing upon small business, but then in addition to that, they are also targeting young professionals, and things like personal loan, consumer durable loans, apart from MSME loans, is something that Credit B specifically targets upon, right? And they have a low ticket size of somewhere around 2 lakh rupees, up to 2 lakh rupees, with a period ranging typically from 2 to 15 months. That is the payback time within which they have to, pay the required sum. Currently, they are standing at around 20 million user base, which is from a fintech perspective is a pretty good space to be in. It's a pretty sweet spot to be in, and definitely the chances of credit B reaching out to higher levels is going to be huge. Now, Rupeek is another fintech who is exclusively working in the gold loan space, right? And their ticket size typically varies from 2 lakh to 20 lakh with door-to-door insurance. And the best part is that they actually come to your home, right? Do all the required assessment, and your loan will be granted then and there, and they are doing pretty good. And they've raised $109 million in funding, and they are providing the opportunity to avail such kind of gold loans credits with a branchless sort of business model. And this is a very prominent sort of business proposition that the market foresee. Now, MoneyTap is another great fintech who is an application-based credit line platform that typically offers up to 5 lakh flexible credit, right? Which is something that, again, from a credit B, they were targeting young users, yeah? Young professionals, young business users, some MSME customers. So similar is the market area which MoneyTap is also trying to target upon, and it is planning to launch UPI to pay back EMI, and they have developed advanced use cases, and also the postpaid UPI features with respect to the merchant payments, and something that MoneyTap has been exclusively working upon. Now its BNPL facility is gaining a lot of traction because there's a very huge amount of requirement when it comes to the immediate credit with the short ticket sizes, and that is something that the MoneyTap is try to targeting upon, and they have attracted a lot of millennials when it comes to doing consumer durable loans, personal loans of short tickets, of small ticket size, and is promising from that perspective. And the last one we have is Flexi Loans. Right, Flexi Loans offers credit and working capital loans to small businesses, right? And they've also provide loans against the post transaction that will give them a great understanding of how the customer typically behaves and what is their user profile, and basis which loan amounts will be sanctioned, EMIs will be enabled, right? And they have the one good part about Flexi Loan is that they've partnered with big e-commerce players like Amazon, Flipkart, ShopClues for the retail credit payments, and that has given them the leverage in terms of flexing their reach to a huge end-to-end customer segments, and where retail credits are prevalent, and that is how they are partnering with these big players. So that was all from my end. I just wanted to discuss upon what are the top five, no, not top I would say, but these are the very prominent fintechs who are working in this retail lending and MSME business lending space, and what are activities and what are the business that they are working upon. So hope this has given you a good amount of understanding of what these fintechs are. If you want me to deep dive more into the exact know-how and exact details in terms of the business model that they are trying to create, so do let me know in the comment section and try to create more videos around the same. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.